Hello, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Freedom March. Happy Friday. You're listening to us on channel 103.5, the Beat FM. Channel 224, that's on cable. Channel 112, that's on Flow. And of course on ILTV Studios on Facebook. But wherever you're choosing to listen to us, thank you so much for listening to us. Because you could be listening to anything else, I guess. But instead, you've opted to come over here and listen to us. And I want to say that proves to us already that you are kind, that you are smart, and that you are important. And so we want to say thank you from us here at Freedom March for you making that decision here today. It's overcast outside, which means rain is going to fall from the sky. Negroes, there is no need to fear. It is simply water from above. There is no need to have the frantic maneuvering of vehicles. There is no need to have the schizophrenic maneuvering of vehicles. There is no need to have the consistent brake pressing intermittently at random points for no reason. There is no need to do anything other than all the things you would normally do on a Friday when water isn't falling from above. And so I want to say it early to the Negroes that are going to go out, that are going to frolic, that are going to steep themselves in hooliganism, that are going to go out there and saunter and sashay about this evening. Try to keep yourself as dry as possible. But as you go into your local community watering holes, as you go into your places of sultry and, in some cases, lusty behavior, may you ensure that in all of your goings on, that you do all of the things necessary to ensure that you nor your kinfolk add to or take away from this population this evening. That is our advice here to you from Freedom March. And as often, I'm joined in studio by the spiritual advisor extraordinary and plenipotentiary, Bradley Roll. Bradley, you've heard the advisory.
Yeah.
Go and bathe yourselves off in lustful desire.
Wow.
Do all of the things that your mind's eye can imagine.
Really?
Do the things that make you feel good on the inside. Titillate yourselves with your desires this evening, but do all that you can not to add to or take away from the population. We'll be back. Hello, welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you so much for staying with us to the break. I'm Leavin Miller again. You're listening to us on channel 103.5 The Beat FM, channel 224 on cable, channel 1121 on Flow, and of course ILTV studios. But wherever you are listening to us, thank you so much for listening. And I said it to you yesterday, click the follow button. Producer, they've been clicking the follow button. Click the follow button. I'm not going to say that to you anymore. Click go to ILTV Studios and click the follow button. All right? I'm going to say it to you like I say to people when they ride with me in my car. Just click the little clicky thing and let's get on with it. Click the follow button. Hear ye the word of Leavin Miller. Click the follow button and follow us over here on Freedom March. Bradley Roll, the spiritual advisor extraordinary and plenipotentiary. Spiritual advisor, I'm told, for the whole Bahamas is here with me. And if Bradley Roll is here, then that must mean we have Holy Scripture, Bradley.
It's something, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sure you remember, Levan. We had a caller yesterday who seemed to suggest that I was confusing people. And he said that I was confusing people because he says there's no such thing as, Jesus never said you should read your scriptures or you should have read your Bible. I think he's saying that the term scriptures is what you're supposed to be using when you're referring to the Bible, some of that nature. But he's saying that I am grossly mistaken when I ask people to get a red, and I ask people to get themselves a red Bible. And I'm actually, just for the sake of a play on words, just using it as an illustration to show you how important it is that you read your Bible. Because the past tense of read is what?
Right.
And it's just so coincidental or ironic that when it comes to reading and the past tense of reading or the past tense of read, past tense of read, which is read, they're spelled just alike.
Indeed.
R-E-A-D could be read. R-E-A-D could also be read, which is past tense.
Just like how bow could be bow.
Right.
Yeah.
But you would have to be a very strong English language student to know how to pronounce it when it's in a sentence.
You have to be strong. I thought this was something they teach us in grade 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you see what happened yesterday, right?
Did you in grade 2 that the past tense of read was read?
But you see what happened yesterday, right?
I asked him.
The man say,
questions.
So, producer, put that passage up for me in Matthew, I think it's Matthew 19:4. And this actually applies to scriptures. And Jesus says, haven't you read, he replied, that at the beginning the Creator made them male and female. So when Jesus, haven't you read, he's actually asking you, did you read this? Because it's in your Bible. This is what Jesus is actually inferring. Could we say that is this necessary inference, or is Jesus actually implying that you should have read your scriptures to come to this conclusion? He says, haven't you read, he replied, that at the beginning the Creator made them male. So in essence, Jesus is saying, you should have read this. This is something that you should know, that in the beginning, God made them male and female. So in essence, you have to read this somewhere in the scriptures to draw this conclusion. So let me just say for the final time that when I say to you that you have to get yourself a red Bible, I'm not talking with the color red. I'm talking with the past tense of read, which in this case is read. Haven't you read, which is the scriptures, he replied, that at the beginning the Creator made them male and female. I hope I make myself clear enough so that we don't have to do this again. And the intro actually spells read incorrectly. The intro has R-E-A-D. The intro doesn't have R-E-D. So when it says, get yourselves a red Bible, it means that you should have taken the time to read it, understand it, and you would have read it. All right? Hey, producer, let's go to our passage for the day. Just thought I'll just draw that illustration to clear that up. I just hope it is clear as mud nowadays. Or now, I should say. All right, 1 Timothy 2. It's a very sensitive passage. It's going to say some things that may offend some people, but it is what it is. Paul's instruction to Timothy on worship. He says, listen, I urge first of all that petitions, prayers, intercession, and thanksgiving be made for all people, not some, all people, for kings and for all those in authority, just being our government, whether it be the prime minister or the opposition, for kings and for all those in authority, that they may live peaceful lives and quiet lives, that they may live peaceful and quiet lives in all godliness and holiness. This is good and pleases God our Savior, who wants all people to be saved and to come to the knowledge of the truth. God doesn't want some people to be saved. He wants all people to be saved and to come to the knowledge of the truth. For there is one God and one mediator between God and mankind, the man Christ Jesus. So listen, any other mediator that they may tell you exists today, the scripture says there's only one. And that mediator that stands between God and mankind is the man, Jesus Christ, who gave himself as a ransom for all people, not for some people, who gave himself as a ransom for all people. This has now been witnessed at the proper time, and for this purpose I was appointed a herald and an apostle. This is Paul. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying. And a true and faithful teacher of the Gentiles. Therefore, I want men everywhere to pray, lifting up holy hands without anger or disputing. Go ahead, producer. I also want the women to dress modestly, with decency and propriety, adorning themselves not with elaborate hairstyles or gold or pearls or expensive clothes, but with good deeds appropriate for women who profess to worship God. So look, Christian women, this for you. The Apostle Paul told Timothy, and I want you to tell the Christian women that I want them to dress modestly. We need to understand what is modest. Look at this word modest. With decency and propriety, adorn themselves not with elaborate hairstyles or gold or pearls or expensive clothes, but with good deeds appropriate for women who profess to worship God. A woman should learn in quietness and full submission. Go ahead, producer. A woman should learn in quietness and full submission. I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. You hear that? I do not permit a woman. He's not saying that she can't teach, but she can't do this. She can't teach or assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not the one deceived. It was the woman who was deceived and became a sinner. Now I know some of your preachers are going to go against this, and they're not going to believe this, This passage by a lot of preachers is twisted, construed, and mistaught into false teaching by a lot of soft, jelly-back men. The scripture says, I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. For Adam was first formed. Just showing you the order. These men are not chauvinistic, It's just that God has an order, and we must follow that. And Adam was not the one deceived. The woman was the first sinner, not Adam. It was the woman who was deceived and became a sinner. 1 Timothy 1-14, I read from the NIV, the word of God is forever and ever. You see how loaded it is?
Yeah, but we live in this new world.
That's a powerful piece of scripture.
There is new world order. And under the new world order, they don't like man who got man in it. They like man who, the English word is effeminate. Yeah. And so I want to teach you something. You want to learn something?
I'll do my best too.
Have you ever heard the old people say that there is only one bucking ram on a hill?
I've not heard that, but I'm thinking what that could mean.
You never hear old people say only
There's
one ram could buck on this hill?
There's only one bucking ram.
Yeah, only one ram could buck on this hill. You never hear old
No.
old people say that?
No. So that means that shows some sort of authority. Eh?
I'm trying to teach you something.
Go ahead.
So if you ever raise animals, which I have at some point in my life, what you will find is that majorly I've found if you raise goats, you could raise two billy goats together in harmony. And they will live together in harmony, and there will be no issue between them for as long as you raise them.
No, so the billy goat is the one with the thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the billy goat.
The billy
Now,
goat.
what's the next goat?
A nanny goat.
Okay, that's the woman then?
Yeah.
Okay.
A billy goat will only become aggressive with another billy goat, who he was raised with anyway, once a nanny goat shows up.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'll have to examine that
Even
one.
if you have a male and a female goat, and she has kids, because you know that's the goat baby named Kids, right? As long as that male baby goat, his tissel isn't able to come out, he could stay in the pen. The first day you see that baby male goat, tissel could come forward, he is about to die.
He's about to
Die.
Oh.
Because the daddy goat will kill him. Did you
Really?
know that? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now, similarly, you could raise more than one cock in a pen. Were you aware of that?
And that's the male chicken.
Yes. It is actually harder to raise a pen full of female chickens or hens than it is to raise, I don't know why you'd have more than 5 cocks together, but it is harder to raise 5 hens together than it is to raise 5 cocks together.
Okay.
Because what will happen is when you let them out of the pen, all 5 of them will go in different directions and go scratching the ground. The hens have something called a pecking order. And in the absence of a cock, what you find happens is one of the hens must now take dominion over the rest of them. And they do so very aggressively. They will pick out each other's eyes, cut off each other's, what you call the little red thing on top of their head. It gets very brutal, actually. You don't necessarily find that amongst roosters until guess when? Until you bring a hen around. So these roosters, these cocks,
I don't know that.
they will live in harmony. I'm telling you what happened. They will live in harmony until you bring a hen around. And the minute you bring a hen around,
big fight.
the cocks will go at it. Right?
Now, what are they fighting for?
For the ability to mate.
Oh, okay.
Because that is how they measure their masculinity.
Okay.
So now you hear old people say, only one ram could buck on this hill. I'm trying to teach you something. Let me tell you what that means. So if you raise a bunch of goats, you call them heads of goats, right? So you could have 100 head of goat. You know that's how you measure goat.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Head of goat?
Yes, so you could have 99 head of goat.
Okay.
Okay. So you could raise 1,000 head of goat, right? And among that crew, you could have more than one billy goat. Why they ain't killing each other? Can you guess?
Why the billy goat's not killing each other?
Yeah, if you have 1,000 head of goat
Yeah.
and you have 100 billies,
Right.
how do you stop them from killing one another? Let me help you.
How do you stop them from killing one another?
Yes.
Or how do
Why are you
they
repeating
begin
after me?
killing
Do you-
one another?
No, how do you
If
stop
the
them
nanny
from
goat
killing
come
one
in.
another? Say what?
Go ahead. Let me see if I can follow you on this.
So here's how you stop them from killing one another. Once you determine which of these male goats is the stud among the pack,
How you can figure that out?
you could tell from his stature, you could tell from his horns, you could tell from the sides of his balls.
So what you do? You take them out then?
You learning or you teaching?
Go ahead.
The way you stop the goats from killing one another is once you have identified a stud, you take the rest of the male goats and you cut their balls off.
Oh, shit.
This is how you do it.
All right, what you talking? What this man talking about?
And the minute,
what are you talking about today?
and the minute you cut the goat balls off,
Physically or?
physically, he begins to act like a nanny goat. Did you know this?
No.
People who just know things about goat, the phone line's open today, so y'all can feel free to call me, right? The minute, I don't care how big his horn is, he could have horn big as what all big around here?
Huh?
What all big? Give me big things. He could have horn tall as Bahama.
Okay.
It wouldn't matter. The minute you cut his balls out, he no longer bucks. I'm telling you what I know. So, when you hear old people say that only one ram goat could buck on a hill, it's because they have already emasculated the other goats. And it is my view that we have a lot of social balls cutting out going on in this new world. And if you listen to these women, they want all the man to behave like women. Ask a woman to describe to you her ideal man and watch her describe a woman. I want a man that's caring, and I want him to be attentive. And, I kind of want him to just want to enjoy me and, pay special attention to me. And, I want him to show me, acts of affection, and I want, words of affirmation. You are describing a woman, my dear. Because the man is just not wired that way.
Okay.
Men are creatures of territory. And so they go in and they conquer territory. And once they conquer the territory, they build a fence.
Okay.
And now you know all the territory they own. And this isn't exclusive to the human being. Bradley, how do you emasculate the male goat?
You gotta take those testicles.
Cut his balls off. And when you cut his balls off, you know what he can start doing?
No, this he might die.
No, he don't need his balls to live. Oh. You don't need your balls to live.
Okay.
But don't cut mine off. Don't cut off mine. Don't cut off mine.
I don't care what you say. Yeah, well.
Y'all don't cut mine off. But when you cut off the male goat's balls, you know what he starts doing? He starts following the other male goat around like a nanny goat. He starts eating where the other male goat carry him. He starts running to hide when the other nanny goats go to run and hide.
Okay, bring this lesson up.
The lesson I'm telling you is that God has a design even when it doesn't include human beings. And so I feel like the Bible is right, but the New World Order wants something else. We'll be back. Hello, welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you so much for staying with us to the break. I'm leaving Miller Bradley Road. The people don't tell me, say, I mustn't tell you nothing about the gold balls no more on the TV. I don't understand it. These are the true things.
It's too crude, you see.
It's true.
Huh? Okay.
It's agriculture. Right.
It's animal what? Husbandry?
Indeed, it is animal husbandry. And so, once you get the goats...
Now, let's don't go on with that again now, because we got kids listening.
Once you
let's
get
leave
the
that
goats
stuff alone, man.
Stop killing one another, right? Mm-hmm. Right? They will all behave in a way that is more feminine once you cut out the gonads. This is true. I'm not making this up. And so when you hear old people say to you again, only one ram can buck on this hill.
Okay.
That is an actual fact, because the minute you ting him, he just can't buck no more.
It is what it is.
And that's the end of that. And that is exactly where they want the world to go. This is exactly why they protest your masculinity at every opportunity. Because there's no other way to alter the behavior of this male animal unless you castrate him. And so you find that there's not castration going on, but there is social castration. And so they say things to you like you're a misogynist. They say things to you like you're a narcissist. They say things to you like you are exuding toxic masculinity. They say things to you that you are like you are propping up an ideology that is sustained by a hyper-patriarchal society. And all these things is name-calling, by the way. You know that, right?
Yeah.
All of these things, I don't care how sophisticated they sound, is name-calling. So you might as well call me picky teeth. You might as well call me picky head. You might as well tell me Gary, my black self, because all calling me a misogynist, all saying that I am a hyper-patriarchal societal person, all of that is just smart people name-calling. And if you call me names, I have every right to say, yeah, ma.
No.
I have every right to say it.
When people go low, just go high.
I don't know which button for high.
You just think differently.
When the people go low, Bradley, I don't know which one of these buttons for going high. So when they go low, I just follow them. And we climb together. No, this is true. Listen, you think Jesus make all this salvation for me to use none?
Yeah, but...
You think Jesus make all this redemption for me to use none?
But that won't be following his example, because when they heard insults of him, but you ought to be Christ-like.
Yes, and that's why, right? You know, Jesus taught us how to do what? Pray, correct?
Among other things.
And so when you curse me, I'm just going to curse you right back. And when I finish...
No, that should not be.
No, I could be just like Jesus right after I be like Peter. Yeah. I tell you one thing, if you want the Jesus in me, I want to tell you this, that the Jesus in me is located directly on the end of the corner that like the Peter in me. So the only way for me to get to my Jesusness is for me to go through my Peterness. So you choose if that's the direction you want, let's go in.
Yeah, that's an abuse of God's favor if you're going to do it that
way. It's my favor to use.
I don't know if the Bible actually endorses that, so I got to stay from that one.
Well, if Jesus tells us that we should forgive our brothers, how much time? 70 times 7. When? In a day.
It's 490 times.
Man, Jesus got to give me one slack 250. If Jesus tell little old Bradley,
you don't go out and set.
If Jesus tell little old Bradley, who is a regular short person, that he got to forgive me 490 times, you ain't think Jesus got one slack 250 I could have?
Wow.
So when you say something silly to me, my brother, when you call me a narcissist, I can say, boom, shaka laka laka laka, and leave you with a shock look on your face. You can need counseling when I finish. You better call your psychiatrist now, because you can need counseling when I done. I don't make these things up. Anyway, let's go to that.
Carnival and 103.5, The Beat presents the Red Cup Special, late night happy hour every final Friday at Carnival Hurricane Home Marina, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. breathtaking views, $7 drinks, signature cocktails, food specials, jumbo games, giveaways, and the beat DJs keeping the energy high. So cover cost is just $25. Pull up, grab a cup, and party with us. Brought to you by Caribbean Wines and Spirits. Drink responsibly. It's a September to remember at Cornet, Bahamas. Get 30% off all windows and doors all month long. Freeport, Nassau, Abaco, and Luther. We carry hurricane impact sliding and impact casement windows, PVC windows, as well as casement doors, sliding doors, and PVC doors. So if you're upgrading for style or preparing for hurricane season, take advantage of our biggest savings of the season only at Cornet, Bahamas. Cornet, Bahamas, dream, design, deliver. All right, thank you.
All right. And so, Bradley, you remember a couple of weeks ago, I was here talking about several things, and it is so amazing that Freedom March is not only the premier show that you should advertise on, it is also the best place to come for foresight.
Okay.
Do you remember a couple of weeks ago when I said on this TV, and I played the clip from Lisa Hanna, that Jamaica says that they are in problems and that they are simply not procreating fast enough? Well, Lisa Hanna, according to what I understand, got one child. Right? But the same thing was repeated here in the Bahamas by someone, as far as I am aware. I don't know if they have any children. Okay. And so my question is, how is it that the champions for childbearing are the people who have not lived the gospel that they preach?
So they're hypocrites then.
I don't know if they're hypocrites, and I don't want to go to that level, but I'm just saying, there are some messages that are just better sold by some people. My granddaddy, the Reverend Levan Kelson Miller, right?
He should be the one to...
He got 18 children. They could make him the poster child for not letting the population dwindle away. You agree with me?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if the policymakers only see this as a black and white paper issue, or whether in fact they see this as a matter of urgency, similar to things like global warming. And just the way we put every effort, we invest every available resource, we do countless amount of studies and scientific research to ensure that we are taking as many necessary steps as possible to curb something that is invisible, like global warming. Bradley, every Bahamian in the Bahamas could go home and make another Bahamian tonight.
Not every Bahamian.
You know what I mean.
Okay.
Bahamians of breeding age.
Okay, because some of them are past that.
And these bunch of women who got all these active gym membership, man, as much shaking up they doing in the gym, they had to shake the thing back up with this make the baby. So plenty of these 45-year-old women with these active gym membership. My Grammy had baby till she was 43. She never been to a gym in her life. The heaviest thing she ever lifted was a 50-pound bale of flour. She could born a baby with a hot towel, and her two sisters would can't read in a room in a wooden house. We have to figure out how to get this baby making back to sustainable levels. So let's go to the clip from, what was this, a PLP community or constituency meeting? And let's hear that as our crime problem mirrors Jamaica's, as our economic problem mirrors Jamaica's, as our transportation problem mirrors Jamaica's, our child rate problem is bordering on becoming a crisis. And let's hear from the spokesperson who wants to encourage us all to start making more Bahamians.
Well, the nation's population decline has become a growing concern for Progressive Liberal Party Chairman Fred Mitchell. During a recent Fox Hill branch meeting, Mitchell expressing the urgency, noting that it could lead to serious long-term challenges for the Bahamas. He says it's falling below critical replacement levels.
The numbers in all the schools in Fox Hill have dropped year to year. So I think Sandlands Primary was at one point, I think last year, 600 and some. It's just over 400 this year. And the same, knock-on effects, L.W. Young, Josh Johnson. And what does that tell you? Last year, when they published the census figures, they said that the Bahamas population growth is 1.7% per annum. In order to replace the population, you need to be at 2.1%. So that means that we are below replacement level. And the population, by rate of natural increase, actually declined over the previous 10 years. The only reason the population increased was because of immigration. Otherwise, we would be in problems.
Also highlighted the PLP's commitment to reforms aimed at ensuring Bahamians have the security and resources they need to thrive, especially as they approach retirement age.
So what is the public policy point of all of that? First of all, population is getting older because there are less young people coming into the system. When you have an older population, that means what? Policies on pensions, policies on healthcare are two important issues that you have to address. And they believe that there's going to be a tidal wave of dementia cases going forward as the population grows older. So the PLP has got to finish this job of national health insurance. We got to get on top of it because healthcare is just so expensive that we do not want to have the reputation of a society where you don't have the money, you die. I think the minister is now in the final stages of trying to get national health insurance done, and we need to come with comprehensive pension legislation to be sure that people will be able to take care of themselves post the age of 65.
And so, Bradley, the chickens are coming home to roost. So, you know, all of y'all high society women who tell all of y'all daughters to, child, don't be no slave for no man. And you have it's so funny that you went to the scripture that you went to today. This is how I know you used to be in the spirit sometimes, you know. No, I'm telling you, in the spirit, you in the spirit today. We have created this very effeminate society where women are no longer for men. And these bunch of women have convinced the next generation of a bunch of women to not have children, Bradley.
Yeah.
And according to what Fred Mitchell say, I say this because I ain't smart. Fred Mitchell, you know he's Fred Mitchell, he been to Harvard, he's smart. Fred Mitchell say that soon directly, we can't afford to pay y'all no pension. And when y'all have dementia, y'all get dead because we ain't gonna have sufficient people contributing to the national budget to ensure that we could do things like fund healthcare from the public purse. And on top of that, y'all don't want no immigrants here. So I don't know what y'all want the government to do. And the women of the 60s should hang their heads in shame that they have effectively tied the message of paternity to the message of poverty and have scared an entire generation of women into no or low childbearing status.
But what is scary, though, is that he mentioned that what is actually possibly saving us and bringing us to the margin.
It's the immigrants.
Wow.
That you all want me to deport en masse.
Wow.
And you know what? He's not the first person that told me that.
That is something.
One of my sources told me the other day that while moseying along in the mall, they realized that they went in the lumber shop, the Haitians were spending money. They go on in the tennis shop, it was the Haitians spending money. And when they get over to the electronics store, you know who was spending the money? The Filipinos. And that but for the immigrant population, he wasn't sure what would be keeping this economy spinning. Because we have sufficiently scared the women born in the 80s, the women born in the 90s, and the women born in the 2000s, they petrified. All of them will be divas. A baby out of where? And I'm trying to help them understand that there hasn't been enough science that can figure out how to regenerate or recreate new human beings, my brother. And at some point, see, I in the clear, I got 2, so I didn't pass the 1.7 margin. See, I could preach this gospel because I didn't live it. We got to do a little better than 1.7. Fred say 2.1. The studies I read say that the average need to be about 2.5 or 2.7 if it's going to be sustainable. The reason I ain't make another baby yet is because I didn't got 2, and I don't know how to make a 0.7 baby. And I don't want them jam me. Because I might only do the things you're supposed to do to have a 0.7 baby, and then they send me a whole another 1 baby, and I ain't into that. But we have to fix this, Bradley.
Yeah, but how do you fix it now? Because then
What you mean? You don't need no application form for
encourage
this.
the younger people.
No, the women of the 60s have to repent for the folly of their ways. I remember, they my mommy and my aunties. These are the same women that went around and told women born in 84 and 85 and 91 and 93, girl, go to that school. Stay there till you're dead. Don't ever come out. Learn how to make the chalkboard if you have to. Just don't leave the school. But for God's sake, I had to struggle. I had to fall down and get up at you. And you know what's so interesting? These women told this lie in a generation where the middle class man was putting them in house. These women perpetuated this lie during a time when women didn't make up nowhere near as much of the workforce as they do now.
Yeah,
but they claimed that they were struggling.
Well, they weren't struggling.
I tell you what the woman them say, girl,
they were
don't be like me. How many times have you heard this, Bradley? Child, don't be like me. Make sure you go there. You get your education. Don't let this man make you no fool. And now, the women of the 60s, I tell you, I feel my church of God flaring up. And now the women of the 60s, guess what? The chickens are coming home to roost. Because you know what Fred Mitchell is in essence saying there? You all go wait till you all dead. And if you listen to Miles Monroe, you know the one thing a woman don't never want to do? Wake. And that's what Miles say. No woman on the planet won't wake.
Well, if they don't have to, they won't.
This is my point. But because of the inculcation of your daughters and the things that y'all have taught them, Fred say it ain't gonna be enough money here for things like dementia healthcare. It ain't gonna be enough things here to have things like benefits. Hello to my friends over by NIB who do such a marvelous job. Listen, y'all don't run out of money before I turn 60 because I plan to sign up for the early pension. All right, that's the plan. I have 2 more goals left in my life, Bradley. 3. I want to make it to 60 with all my front teeth so I can collect my early pension and be able to go down by the watering hole and smile at the young girls while I spend my pension check. That's thing number 1. Thing number 2, I want to wake up 80 so I can curse everybody around me because I don't know why they're here. And I'm 80 and I want y'all to live. And thing number 3, when I die, I want full of church. I want people to say, well, Mother said that church was full, eh? Wow. Those are the last 3 things I'm living for in life. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, you could imagine dying in an empty church. You see how much these people make me upset when y'all let Rodney dead in an empty church?
Oh, man.
I was very upset about that.
Well, when I die, I want to make sure I get into paradise.
I ain't taking no responsibility for that, Bradley. Peter got to let me in.
That's my goal. I want to get into paradise.
Peter got to let me in. I talking about the things I have responsibility for here on night. When I dead, I want full the church. Wow. That's whether y'all invite the defense force or not. All right? Now, I'm saying to you, Bradley, I don't know if the Caribbean has got to pick better poster people to... I say this as respectfully as I know how. I ain't taking no advice from nobody with no 1 child. I voice off ain't taking no advice from somebody with no child. You agree with me?
They may be past the child there in age and recognize
That's
what
fine.
needs to be done.
When you go and preach to other people who ain't got no children, I sitting down in a room listening to nobody with no children tell me something about the need to have children. I'm saying just how we plan other strategies as a region, maybe we need to put some effort into advertising fellas with plenty children. And advertising women with a lot of children who were quite successful. Because I'm telling you now, woman of the 60s, you all think you all wake hard. According to what Fred Mitchell just say, you all go wake until you all dead. That's your punishment for the inculcation that you all have handed down to your daughters that were born in the 80s. And those daughters, you know what they did? They added steroids to the message. The average girl who born in 2000 or 1999, baby is a curse word to her. You know this? Oh boy.
Why though?
Because the women of the 60s, Bradley,
but here's
Bradley wasn't
but here's my point. Here's the point I want to make.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that one of the reasons why the younger generations in particular don't focus on marriage and family is because for them, the economics of it is extremely difficult.
Bradley, my Grammy never make as much money as these women. These women now making $100,000 a year. What you talking about?
Which women?
Bradley, you'd be surprised how much women around here make. Remember now, we sent
they're not
all
going to
them
be
to
young
school.
women. They're not going to be young women.
Bradley,
these women could be in their 50s and stuff like
Bradley,
that.
no.
Probably them.
Bradley, no, Bradley, I had a conversation today with a woman that just touching tidy today that tell me that she can't come to work for less than $80,000 today. What are you talking about? These women making 10 times the amount of money as they Grammy. Where do you live?
Well, I do agree that now you do make more than your parents did years ago.
10 times more.
Wow.
And so, I want to tell the women of the 60s, tell you all have it. You all even ain't gonna have enough grandchildren so that they can rotate you. When my granddaddy, who laid blocks until he was 83 years old, took sick for 6 months, because the one thing I like about Scotty tell them, if I have to be sick, I could be dead. I could tell you all that. And he was serious with that. The minute he found out he was sick for true, he died. Right? Mm-hmm. But you know something? My granddaddy has, I don't want to lie, I think he have 11 daughters. Out of 29 children, he got 24 left, because a couple of them dead. You know. Mm-hmm. That man never spent a single day in a hostel, in a care home, with a PCT, or none of that. You know why? His 11 daughters just created a system and take care of daddy. And I imagine that if he did live a little longer, by now, it would be the granddaughter's time to kick in.
Well,
so I'm saying to you, Bradley, we have to come up with a plan. And I think
to fix it, yeah.
Yeah, people that handle it carelessly like this, I don't. Anyway, let's go to the phone line. Let me see, because I heard Fred Mitchell, and I said it's amazing how we gloss over that so easily. I don't think these people hearing Fred Mitchell say to them that they are going to work until they die.
Also,
you hear the clip again?
Yeah, but also Fred Mitchell says, and this is something for all of us to think, that the immigrants are outpacing.
But that is not what the information suggests. The information suggests if you study it.
They're outpacing us.
No, sir. The information will suggest to you that if you check at the late 70s, early 80s, Bahamian women were having between 5 and 7 children, and so was the Haitian woman. By the time as we got to the late 80s, early 90s, Bahamian women had gone to between 2 and 4 children. By the time as we'd gotten to the late 90s, early 2000s, Bahamian women had gone to 0 to 3 children. And now Bahamian women are somewhere between 0 and 1.5 children. The Haitian woman is simply having between 3 and 5 children, which means she's having less children than the Haitian woman of the 80s. They're not having more children. They simply having more children than the Bahamian woman who continually declines the amount of children that she has.
So now we need to do a study to find out why is that happening. There has to be
Bradley, you listening to me on this show? I just tell you why. Because they're telling.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's completely true.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if that's completely
Let's go to the phone line. Let's find out what these people might tell them. Ain't nobody 323. We can't go to the phone line. 323-777. When we come back from the break. 3237. I'm going to let these people tell you.
I don't know if that's completely true. There's some other factors involved.
Like what?
I just mentioned economics.
You didn't hear me tell you the woman that making $100,000 a year?
The inflation, the rate of inflation.
You didn't hear me tell you that the woman that making $100,000 a year? Don't forget, Bradley, we spent 25 years sending all our daughters to school and none of our sons. That's why they making so much money in this economy. The amount of work you need to do to make $100,000, Bradley, will kill you. The amount of work this woman have to do with the 1,000 degrees we give her, it's nowhere near the amount of work you have to do, and she will make the same $100,000. And God help her if she's fortunate enough to work in an office with a fella that like to smell perfume, because he might do half the work for her and still pay her $100,000. But we are going. Fred Mitchell is using words like critically low, and that ain't scaring none of y'all. Fred Mitchell is saying things like we have to legislate pension now. And that don't concern everybody.
I'm sure it is concerning.
Everybody in the room sit down there and said not a word.
Did it really hit them like a ton of bricks? That they was done?
Well, I listened to this thing 10 times. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, the information has them dumbfounded.
I couldn't believe it, Bradley, because I will tell you this.
Mom's the word.
I was a 21-year-old man. I was a 27-year-old man. And you know what my loving grandmother was still telling me? 27, I got the government gun, I got the government bullets, I got the government car, I got the government key for the office. And you know what my Grammy still was telling me? Baby, you ain't ready for no children yet. I had government gun, government bullet, government key, government car, government office. And people, children under my command. And my Grammy still tell me I ain't ready for no baby yet. Anyway, don't move. We'll be right back after this break.
Come visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, at Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Hello, welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you for staying with us through the break. I'm leaving Miller. Here, the phone lines are full. I can squeeze in one more clip, then we can go to them. All right? You ready? Let's go to the clip with the haircuts and see if we could squeeze that in the same time, because I feel like these people won't let us get back to it. So I've said again, Bradley, weeks ago, to let's do away with the school uniform. Y'all almost pour gas on me, right? Funny enough, though, there is a survey happening on one of our polling sites here at ILTV, where 54% of the people that have taken the survey are suggesting that there is no need to have such rigid hair regulations. And this how these arguments remind me of the Bahamian woman when you ask them about a polyculture, right? You know what a polyculture is?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
A polyculture is a culture where you permit men to marry more than one woman, right? Okay. And all of them, at their initial response, they cry Voldemort, right? You don't say the word poly. But this the most sweethearting bunch of women I know. This the most going to have a boyfriend before they divorce their husband bunch of women I know. They do not disagree with poly lifestyle, you know. It is just we live in a part of the world where women make the rules and they get to gatekeep the breeding process. And so, because the men in this hemisphere are so tied to their desire for breeding, we just do all the top dancing in the world for our ability to breed, rather than be like the goat and just headbutt each other until only one of us left, and then whichever one... You all don't headbutt one another. But you get the point I'm making, right? Mm-hmm. The point I'm making is because women get to gatekeep the breeding, they get to set the rules. And because they get to set the rules, Bradley, they get to make up things like, oh, we don't agree with the polyculture while dating the woman husband. While having a boyfriend that you pregnant for before you finalize your divorce. And then have the whole internet on fire celebrating nonsense. So they don't disagree with the polyculture. Similarly, Bahamian people are tongue-in-cheek the same way. Because they want the children don't wear uniform, Bradley, but guess what? They want me let Pookie wear he hair like Bart Simpson while he got on the people them uniform. And the two cannot go together. Let's say in the new survey, where's the new survey that was up today? 54% of them today are suggesting that, the last one I sent, that they want the hairstyles to be relaxed. And you know what's funny? Because we should have had a guest today. 10 years ago, little Tiaja DeVoe took this same fight on over at C.R. Walker. You remember Little Miss Save the, what is it? Save the Puff? Little Miss Save the Puff, you remember that? When they threw that girl out of school with her uniform fully in regulation. I wish she's listening, she could call in. And they kicked her out of C.R. Walker only for her to be allowed back in C.R. Walker because her hair was growing out her head the way God make it. And if little Jennifer from Lightfoot Key should ever have Lightfoot Key throw her out of Lightfoot Key school for the way God just let her hair grow out her head, her mommy would sue the daylights out of this school. But when it's Negro children, we let them get away with anything. And apparently, the Negroes want to push back. And all I'm saying is, I agree with the Negroes pushing back. But if you think they should be able to wear whatever hairstyle they like, then why can't they just take the uniform off as well?
Any clothes they like, eh?
That makes sense to me. So let's go to the clip and then we go to the phone lines.
Well, in recent weeks, debates on social media have intensified over public school policies regarding students' hairstyles. Parents have voiced frustration about children being removed from the classroom, whether for female students wearing extensions or male students exceeding the required hair length. While these rules are technically in place, many are questioning whether they're outdated, urging the government to adapt to modern times. Eyewitness News turning to social media, posing the question: should the Ministry of Education revisit school hairstyle policies to better reflect modern times and align with practices in the region? While some 50% of participants voting yes, the rules are outdated and should be updated. 36% voting no, the existing rules should remain as they are. While some 12% voting maybe, adjustments could be made with some limits, while some 2% voted that they were unsure and said that more public consultation is needed before any changes are made.
And so there you have it. 54% of the people say, man, let Pookie wear his hair however he want. If he won't put the stupid little white line on it every day, because that take effort. I don't know. I can't even explain. Maybe the producer them could help us. They young. Why you need a white line on the edge of your head? What that for? Y'all know? I can't figure out why do I need to put a highlighter around my hair. That don't make sense to me. Oh boy. Anyway, let's go to the forward line. 323-7775. These young people just let anything be a trend. Anything. I must let the fella. You know what it remind me of? You ever saw a tailor? You ever been to a tailor shop?
Yeah, man.
You know the white chalk, the tailor, the straw on the clothes.
Yeah, the mark.
Behind the same thing?
Yeah. Similarly, yeah.
Y'all let people do anything to y'all. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, caller. Welcome to Freedom March. Caller, you there? 323-7775. Hello, caller. Welcome to Freedom March.
Pleasant good afternoon, Mr. Miller. How you doing?
Hey, Antoine.
Mr. Roll, how you doing?
What's going on, Antoine? Everything well?
Right there. How about y'all? And how do y'all answer me? How y'all doing?
Hi, good man. Hi, good, Antoine.
Excellent.
Antoine, you have to get me one of these cell phone jammer.
Boy, look here. They only issue them once every 10 years.
I believe you got the one where they had up by the prison. What used to jam all the cell phone and people house and all.
It's far more advanced than that, man. It's the PLV government, you know.
Oh, boy.
These things in class, man.
What you got for me, Antoine?
I'm so happy you played that clip. And, you know, Mr. Miller, a big part of the problem in the country is the media, as well as the various talk show hosts.
How so?
As it relates to releasing of the information and emphasizing continuously the importance of particular information in this country. Instead, in particular on these talk shows, with many of these various hosts, they allow for this stigma, this nonsensical, this unintelligent, nonsensical stigma to continue to beat the path of talk shows daily without educating and edifying the Bahamian people of the importance of the information that is being brought forward by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, by the Prime Minister, by National Insurance Board, and the actuaries down there, which tells the story of the reality that we are facing. Bahamians, you know, it's almost like, you know what? Let me not use the comparison. Let me use it. You watch some of the interviews with U.S. citizens, right? And they were excited when they learned about various tariffs or various high tariffs that were being put on certain nations that manufacture a lot of what they use in the U.S., right? Not realizing at the end of the day, well, they were celebrating those high tariffs, not realizing at the end of the day, it's going to mean they are going to pay for that high tariff, ultimately, right? And it's a similar thing here in the country. We are in the beginning of the political season, right? Things are beginning to heat up. And rather than using common sense and intelligence and communicating facts as they need to be communicated, talk show hosts and to some degree, media is allowing for persons to get away with slander and misinformation.
But that is why, Anton, the answer is simple. We encourage you every day to don't listen to that other vapid nonsense and to just wait on us to come on at 4 o'clock, Anton. That'll fix the problem. You see how I fix your problem in one go?
Oh, say that again?
That's why we encourage you here every day not to listen to that other vapid nonsense and to just wait till 4 o'clock when we come to bring you some information and some education.
Right. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Entirely.
Yeah.
And let me end with this, Mr. Miller. People use this discussion of immigration so ignorantly in our country, so stupidly, frankly speaking, in the country, to try and fearmonger amongst Bahamians, right?
Yeah. Fearmongering is our greatest tactic.
And the reality is there exists a great need for the flow of immigration, for the flow of legal immigration that's coming into our country, right? Because we do not have the citizenry who are either skilled or either have the work ethic or have the interest in working long hours in the hot sun in many instances in certain sectors of our society.
Or could make baby, it appears.
Building.
Or that could make baby, it appears.
Well, that's another aspect, right? And let me, you actually just reminded me of something I wanted to say. We are similarly to the United States of America, Mr. Miller, spiritual and the nation. If you look at their population, what race is the majority in their population?
Immigrants.
And has always been.
Immigrants.
No.
You say race?
Yes.
I don't know.
But all of the migrants combined, or all of the minorities combined, are greater than the Caucasian in America. But the Caucasian is the single largest population in America.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And however, if you look at the makeup of the population, nearly half of the population is made up of migrants.
Immigrants,
who
yes.
came to their country.
Yes. And assimilated.
All
right, Anton, we got to go. And they assimilated.
And they're assimilated.
Yeah. We got to go, Anton.
The result.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Anton, stay safe. It's raining out there. It's Friday. Do your best to don't add or take away from the population. Let's take another call. 323-7775-6980-775. Hello, caller. Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, y'all gentlemen. How y'all doing?
Doing well.
This is Ryan Sands.
Hey, Ludra. What's happening? What's happening?
I'm still having problem with my son up in Rocktown. They took him away, and they brought him back, and he's still in Rocktown. And Mr. Levi Miller, you said that you was going to talk to Mr. Miles Monroe. Did you ever get into that message?
I have spoken with Miles LaRoda since the last time we spoke.
What happened?
But my understanding, not from Miles, but my understanding was that isn't this the case that we had done the investigation on and found that there was possibly a service about to happen, eh? Isn't that the information we got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm advised that there's a ceremony forthcoming, eh?
This young man is getting married, eh?
No.
Well, we have to give him a chance to dig a little more rock sound and let me see what I can come about.
What happened? I didn't get to you on that Friday because the lady, I wouldn't call her a lady, I'll call her a woman.
A woman, yeah.
She called the police on me that Friday. And when I looked, the police was to my sister's front door. The police in Spanish Row.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, when we did our checks, we got some information that was, I guess, spiritual. Didn't you do the checks on this? That was suggesting something to us that we thought we ought not otherwise get into. And so, I mean, what are we gonna commit?
No, he's not getting married. He's getting eaten up and mosquitoes and bugs up in Rocktown.
All right, we gotta figure something
in that old house what they have.
I know the Rock Sound Police is listen to Freedom March. Rock Sound Police.
And the problem is Clay and them is burning up everything with EPL.
Oh boy. All right. Let me see. All right. Let me see what I can do with the Rock Sound Police for you. All right, Rock Sound? Yeah. Rock Sound Police. Producer, make sure you turn up the modulator so when I talk, the Rock Sound Police can hear me now. I don't want... Rock Sound Police! Man, for God's sake, you all please go check on Roxanne for me, man. All right? You got some words you want to tell the Roxanne police while they listening?
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Roxanne police, it can't be that hard to find this man one son in Roxanne. Roxanne only but 2 miles long. Just knock on all the door. He gotta be in one of them, okay? If you are police in Roxanne, do not end your shift today until you find this man's son. I mean, not for my sake, for Christ's sake. And not in my name, Bradley. In whose name?
Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name, all right? You please go find Roxanne's son. Hello, caller. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you there?
Hello.
Hi, hey.
Hi, good day. How are you doing?
Hi, good.
Miss Miller and Mr. Advisor.
Good afternoon.
Well, I was supposed to call you all earlier this week, but I had a trip.
Okay, well, welcome back.
So I heard you, they were saying about the hair extension. I called in reference to this before. My daughter was given a letter on Monday, right? On Monday from one of the schools in the Bahamas, senior schools. And it was said that she was prohibited to come to school, but she had to come to school on Tuesday at 11 o'clock with a parent in reference to hair extension. However, my daughter has natural long hair. She's dark, but her natural length is about 14 to 16 inches long, right?
Yeah.
I had to go into the school to the principal about around 4 o'clock and go, she was still there, to show them that this is my daughter's natural hair. I show pictures from she was a child. It's ridiculous what they're doing. However, I want to know, how do you go about it professionally to try and get this problem amended? Because extension natural hairstyles, the children should be, especially the girls, should be allowed to wear. Some of these kids have thinning hair. So if you put a little bit in it to pull it out, and some of them need it.
Well, now I can't tell you about the extensions, right? But what I can say is, if I were a parent with a child in high school, I would go to the district office that comes under, that C.R. Walker comes under. I would find out what was the ruling that they give to God, I can't remember the name right now, Mr. Vo, I think it is, from the Support the Puff movement. And whatever that ruling is would be the one that I would be using, because remember now, this is a government school, which means that it is governed by a uniform standard of rules.
Okay.
And so it ain't no way no other school could draw up no other, these ain't Baptist church, you don't act how you feel in every one. All right? These schools that getting taxpayer dollars, right? And the Baptist churches, I mean, you know, they say every Baptist preacher is a priest in his own pulpit. That's what I mean, right? Or a prince in his own pulpit, whatever it is they just say. That ruling has to be a substantial one. Because she didn't cut her hair and they let her back in the school. She didn't plait it, they let her back in the school. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
So whatever that decision there was, and guess what? You know what is interesting? The Progressive Liberal Party was also the government then. So they must be very well aware, acutely aware of this.
Yeah.
So find that ruling.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Find that ruling and you cite that as precedent.
Students, especially the boy, their hair could be over their eyelash.
So I will tell you this.
And some rules are relaxed, because my daughter, they are not allowed to carry cell phones, but they could pay an administrator to hold the phone, and this basically the whole school to pay $1 to hold the full set after school.
That sounds like extortion to me. That sounds like extortion to me. But what I want to also say is, in my last days of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, right? Because, you know, I was testing out the rule them because I was on my way out. That's how I learned that the shaving policy say that once the surgeon commander put you off for shaving, no one could make you go back and do anything with your beard for 6 months, because the shaving policy covers you for 6 months. But every week, you know, they still have these bunch of little lieutenants running around asking you for your shaving certificate, right? Until I started pointing them to the Defense Force instruction that speaks to the shaving policy. Do you know what else that shaving policy said? That shaving policy said that I was allowed to grow 1 centimeter of hair. You heard what I said?
Yes, sir.
No, I lied. Not 1 centimeter. 1 inch. 1 inch of hair. And that I was allowed. The Defense Force policy says that I am allowed to grow 1 inch of hair. Do you know how much hair is 1 inch of Negro hair?
Yes.
If I grow 1 inch of hair, I can't put my cap on. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
It's because this shaving policy was for when the people with blue eyes was here.
Oh.
This ain't for people with brown eye. You with me?
Yes.
And because all the people here now have brown eye, we got to look at what the blue eye policy say and see if we could fix it.
Yes.
Because the people with brown eye have different hair. And the same God would grow in hair out of the people with blue eye head, growing it out of the people with brown eye head.
Thank you.
And I don't feel like the problem is my hair at all. It must be my eye. Keep making my hair grow like this. Because, why are you laughing? Because when the people with the blue eye was here, you only had no bunch of issues with them and their hair. But as soon as a bunch of brown eye people show up, right? We have all these issues with what the hair look like.
Yeah.
And and which God letting my hair grow with my hair? The same God that letting the fella with the blue eye hair grow to his head. So go find the policy. See how Walker had this to deal with exactly 10 years ago. They are a government school. They accept government funding. And whatever that policy is, you cite that.
Okay.
All
Thank
right?
you so much.
No problem. And the PLP was the government then too. So they have to have the same mind. It's the same government. All right. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Miller.
Hey.
Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Miller. Good afternoon, Spiritual Writer. Good afternoon, Bahamas.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Miller, I can use that same policy I used the other day with the print product. I use that again because listen here, they had a policy of school. They assassinate this man and he sleep. Allegedly, I can use the FBI. Allegedly, give them drinks and assassinate them. That's what they're doing.
What?
Free form of skill of making money, and you got to learn how to swim, and you got free lunch. That's what that man was setting up. And they say, what? So I want any school, get that, and you ain't like read the whole thing with all that money and stuff. You do how they deal with that policy. That's it today. All other schools doing free lunch, but I ain't seen no one doing no swimming. And I did some more research. I want all the schools get that.
You know something? You know something, Gola? I feel like you're right. And that's all I want to say about that. Let's go to another phone call, please. 323-7775 698-0775. You see how I show him here?
698-0777.
You watch me show him here?
That's deep.
Yeah. Hey, caller, welcome to Freedom March. Sometimes you just have to show them here, Bradley. That's the best you could do. Hello, caller, welcome to Freedom March.
I don't know.
Live and direct.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Miller. Every time one of these straw pollers go out, right, I always be disappointed in my fellow citizens, you know, because apparently from this straw poll, more than the fair Bahamians believe that information should stop being put into the children's head because what is on the children's head. And that's foolish. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this is why when I'm driving, I don't let people out the corner, you know, because apparently, you know what, that person might be a ninny. Based on the information, based on the findings that always come back from these straw polls that go up. And that's all I wanted.
I appreciate you, caller. 323. Listen, if they try to get me to quit this job, I'll fight them. Under no circumstance will I not show up here every day for you all. I mean, where else would I get it from? Anyway, you hear the jingle. We got to do birthdays when we come back.
Yeah,
You hear the jingle, don't move. That means we going right to the break. Them other radio don't have nothing on them anyhow. Stay right here with Freedom March on 103.5 The Beat FM, on channel 224, on channel 112, whether it's on cable or on floor. And if you're watching us on Facebook, don't go down the wormhole of reels. We coming right back. Hello, welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you so much for staying with us through the break. I'm Leland Miller. You're listening to us on channel 103.5, the Beat FM, channel 224 on cable, channel 112 over on Flow, and of course, yes, ILTV Studios. But wherever you're choosing to listen, thank you so much for listening to us over here on Freedom March. I'm not saying that for you. If you are already listening to us, you know our call signs. I say it to you every day so that you could call your friends and tell your friends to stop wasting good radio time and to come off of whatever else they're listening to and to come over here on 103.5 and come listen to us, because at least we intend to educate and to inform. And sometimes we just run hot. And when we run hot, it just be entertaining. Hey, Bradley?
Indeed.
Bradley Roll, the spiritual advisor. Extraordinary and plenipotentiary is still here with us on Freedom March. While I'm at it, let me send some shout-outs. So I want to send a shout-out to Mr. International. I understand that he is all the way in Phoenix, Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
And he has Freedom March locked in.
Us, yeah, on Facebook.
Letting the Arizonians know that Facebook is on the move. Also, to my friend, Miss Redhead. She's locked in, and I want to say a special hello to her. And also to my Chairs family. You know, Bradley, there's nothing like a decent local community watering hole. And so I'm advised that the watering hole is locked in, and so I want to say a special hello to them. And also to my other local community watering hole, whose name I will allow to remain anonymous because I don't want you all pulling up on me while I'm at the watering hole. Let me say a special shout out to them over there. All I will do is I will send a coded message. You ready?
Go ahead.
Alpha Tango from Tango 4. Please make sure that the rounds are correct. I will pass by for inspection, eh? And I also want to send a special shout out to my friends over at Island Connect. I have a long shout out list today. It's Friday. I feel like I can get away with that. Yeah, so Island Connect, my friends over there, Ali and the crew, you know where they are. They're in Fox Hill. They're right next to St. Anne's. Chances are your barber don't do a good job anyway. You might as well go by Island Connect. Let them put your little name in the computer. Get one of them little things so every week they could text your phone and remind you that you probably need a haircut, and you could just talk to the phone, tell the phone you need a haircut, and next thing you know, you'll be in Island Connect and you wouldn't have to be looking funny when you go out, all right?
Indeed.
And they just do like weddings and that kind of stuff. So if you want to get married, just call my friends at Island Connect and they'll come and get you sorted out. And last but not least, my friends over at the Kingsman Collection, eh? My friends over at the Kingsman Collection, they do a phenomenal job every time. I tell you, they're going to be styling me for this Man of the Year award. I'm going to go see the Man of the Year. Can you believe it?
What day is that?
Next week, Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I will be there in style. And the style that I will be in is the Kingsman style. My friends at Kingsman Collection. I think that's it. Oh, yes. This last but not least. So my friends in Exuma Bradley, we can't get soup today. I hear it's raining outside, but we can't get soup today because my soup plug is in Farmers Hill, Exuma. And as a consequence of that, there will be no soup for me today. But wherever they are, I'm told, Bradley, that they have a soup pot as tall as you on right now.
It's a big part.
All right, let's go to birthdays.
Yeah, let's do this quickly. We got birthday shout out. Sherry, happy birthday to Sherry from your friends.
Oh, absolutely.
Your fans, your friends and family and folks at Freedom March. So happy birthday.
I want to pause. Can we pause here?
Go ahead.
Let me also take an opportunity to personally say happy birthday to Sherry. Such a wonderful person. She is a, if I were Perry Christie, I would call her a personality tour de force. She is incomparable. She is inimitable. And she is another bunch of adjectives that I believe that I will just leave alone at this present time. But she's always been quite an amazing human being. And so I want to say happy birthday to her. From who all say happy birthday?
From our family and friends and the folks at Freedom March.
Our friends and the folks at Freedom March. There you have it. So happy birthday, Sherry.
Oh, and from the producer.
Yeah.
Cam
the Comfort.
Does she work for us? Oh.
She don't work for us. Don't mind the producer. Can't you see he's not safe?
Okay. All right. Happy birthday to Sherry. Carmen Roberts, congratulations to our lovely sister Carmen Roberts from Sandy Point, Apico, PTC, employee 36 years. Receives special award at Government House. It's coming from her mother, Annie Roberts, her children, AJ and Kia, sisters, Frederica, Winters, Erlene Hill, Doris Roberts, brothers Herbert Roberts, Audrey Roberts, Preston Roberts, Christopher Roberts, Police Corporal Julian Roberts, aunties Bernice and George Bell, Sam and Cindy Roberts. May God continue to bless you with good health. Okay, so congratulations to Carmen Roberts. Jeff Fowler, it's a pre-birthday wish to Jeff Fowler. The 20th of September, Saxon's legend. 2 more for sure. Jeff Fowler. Producer, you got me here. Breontaa, Briante. Who's that? Okay, so Briante. Happy birthday to Briante Taylor, celebrating the big 9th birthday from your family and friends. Enjoy a special day. Blessings upon you.
She goes to Carlton E. Francis.
Briante. All right. Alicia Smith. Well, send a happy birthday shout out to Alicia Smith from her dad, a mom, a brother, grandmother, uncles, aunts, and the rest of the family. So happy birthday, Alicia Smith.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
You know, I saw the student there wearing the Carlton Francis uniform, and you won't believe what came to my mind, spiritual advisor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, I still know the school song? Striving for excellence,
wow,
as you're commanding. Grant to our teachers, Lord, clear understanding. And until our striving cease, Lord, let our strength increase. And may the world find peace, striving for excellence. It didn't end there. It would say, we'll strive for excellence as our service giving to you and all mankind, on Christ depending. Yeah. Until our striving cease, Lord, let our strength increase.
3 calls.
And may the world find peace, striving for excellence. That's 34, 33 years. Remember,
wow,
I just called up just now. Yeah. Hello, caller. Welcome to Freedom March.
Great. That's great.
Caller there?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes. Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Welcome to Freedom March.
Yes. I have concern. One is the light by Carmichael Road and Fifth Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
That there's an issue because.
Do you have us on speakerphone?
Hello.
You have us on speakerphone?
No, I have a phone on speaker.
Yeah, take this phone off of speaker and talk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. Yes, I was saying that the light by Carmichael Road and Faith Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
where, you know, the old Royal Bank used to be,
Mm-hmm.
they paved that road, they did not put the turning lane back there.
Okay.
And that is causing an issue.
Wow.
Which turn?
When you...
the one that goes
right
south.
by
The
the
one that
red
goes
light,
west?
yeah, you know, there's the Esso gas station.
Right, the one that goes south.
Yeah,
north.
yeah,
Which
yeah,
one? Which
where
one?
Royal Bank used to be. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. That come on the Clay Sweden. Don't worry, I know Clay got people watching. Clay, please fix the light. Mama say she need that light to turn, Clay. So
No, I mean, and, you know, to put the turning lane back
that's what
there.
I'm trying to tell them. I'm trying to tell them now.
Let's get this clear. Hold on a second. Now, you say Faith Avenue and Carmichael Road.
Yes.
Now, which side of Carmichael Road are you on as far as Faith Avenue is concerned? Are you on the north or south side?
That would be, let's say you're heading
south.
Yeah, like if
And
you're
you need- and
turning
you need-
to
and you need to go
on
west.
to Faith Avenue, right on to Faith Avenue.
Sorry?
No, Bradley. Don't listen to Bradley. The light is turned south. If
Wait,
you are
man,
on
listen. Man, stop this. Wait, hold
If
on.
you
hold-
are heading
hold on.
west-
Ma'am, are you on Carmichael Road or are you on Faith Avenue?
I on Carmichael Road,
Heading where?
wanting to turn right on to Faith Avenue.
Which will go
North.
north.
Yes.
Okay. The turn lane is not there?
No, they don't have no kind of marking.
Oh, I thought I saw it. Okay.
No, it's not there.
It's not there. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
But you
And
was
the
talking about
second
something
issue.
west.
Yeah, because Michael Road goes west.
But you can't turn west.
Okay. I'm just saying she's headed west.
Don't worry, that come on the Clay Sweden. I sure he got people watching. Clay, Mama say she can't turn because the light don't tell her when to turn. And this is
No,
this is
Yeah, it ain't the light, you know.
No, the light
She's saying the
says
marking.
when you turn.
The
But I'm
marking.
saying the marking
Yeah.
in the road
oh,
is not
the,
there.
oh, the
yeah.
light
It-
waking, but there ain't no turning in.
Right.
Right.
That come on the Clay too?
Ministry of Works, yeah.
That's Ministry of Works.
Yeah, I understand.
Ministry of Works. That's Clay. See if y'all could borrow something from the striping boy with the $180 million contract. That's how much it was?
What, for Freeport?
Yeah.
For Grandmama?
Yeah.
180, I think.
But just tell him, bring us $100 out of that and come put some paint right here. We ain't need the whole $180 million for that.
Yeah.
Lend us 100 to put this little white line back in the road, Clay, and let's see what we can get.
They need to mark the other
Yeah.
side as well.
And one more issue.
Uh-huh.
The other issue is the sports center. At this time, the sports center is not really operational.
Mm-hmm.
And you have cars, what they do, they turn into the sports center and then coming back out to try to beat the other line of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And that caused an accident the other day.
Wow.
Two and three cars trying to come out at one time.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion.
Mhm.
They can close off one of the entrances
Yeah.
and just leave one
Or
open.
just
because
put
this
a
is causing
cyclist
a
there
hazard,
one day.
causing a problem.
All you have to do is put a cyclist there for 1 week, and I guarantee you people can stop using it.
Well,
Yeah.
someone
You
gotta do
handled enough.
something
You
about
handled
it.
enough for them $100 ticket, and people can stop.
Yeah, they need to do something about
Yeah.
it. That is causing a
The
problem.
commissioner is listening to the show. I know she got all kind of cyclists. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
323-7775. You see how we ain't talking about the woman them having baby yet? All show. But let's
that's
keep
what
going.
nobody call, eh?
Women, people despise women who have children. I don't understand why.
they don't.
Hello, caller. Welcome to Freedom March.
Ivan Miller,
President accounted for, sir.
Spiritual
Yes,
Advisor.
yes, sir.
I heard the gentleman from Eleuthera calling again.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they have little Isu up in Spanish Well. All he need to do is go in with little Isu, buy one baby playpen, one crib and one car seat. That's what usually my daddy usually buy for the baby shower.
Oh, boy.
When that fella come back, he coming back with the whole family.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, the marriage can go on.
Now,
He in denial.
this storytelling or
The
spilligation?
man can't get back to Spanish Wells if they have a man cuffed down somewhere or tie up somewhere. Like you say, the rock sign is only for 2 miles, 3 miles long the most.
Yeah.
And then like every quarter is a house. You go low bush before you see the next house. You ain't
Yeah.
talking about those steps.
Yeah, you can knock on all the houses in Rock Sound. You can knock on all the door in Rock Sound in about 20 minutes.
You ever take a fella want to go back in Spanish Wells and then back there?
Yeah.
Long time.
I send the Rock Sound police to go check, though. Rock Sound police, come on, let us know when you all reach, all right?
Like he's sitting down with the rock sign, police number off now. I'm in the day is Friday, I'm in a happy hour.
Oh, boy.
They know he is there, lost.
Yeah. Well, pray and strengthen the Lord.
12 years old. He's a man.
Yeah.
He won't go back to Spanish Wells for everybody see family.
No.
A man in the free world now.
Yeah, he's so happy.
He came back. You think he died wearing a mosquito? You think that boy wearing a mosquito?
He can't even feel the mosquito that he's so wrapped up.
I can tell you listen to that.
Yeah. All right. 323-777-568. The mosquito only can bite one person at a time, mind you. So all you gotta do is stay close to the next place and then the mosquito might bite him. Hello, caller. Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, I want to talk with the baby then. I want to talk with the baby then.
Yeah, let's talk with the baby thing, man. Praise the Lord. Thank God for you.
I have a plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the government got to do is raise paternity leave money and instead of getting 3 months off, tell me 6 months or a year home.
Yeah.
Because you know when the mother go back to work, 3 months of baby still young, so they can
but caller, the maternity benefits are better than they have ever been before. When your Grammy was having baby, your Grammy even ain't had all these benefits.
It's like $5.
You follow my point?
Now.
Yeah, but
how come these women finding everything to do with their body except have a baby? How come they have every excuse in the world to don't have a baby? They ain't got no excuse. Think about this, right? These women, them so serious now. They go see Dr. Mongalo when they 23. They come back, they go back to see Dr. Mongalo when they 27. They come back, and for their 35th birthday, they go to see Dr. Mongalo. And if God should allow them to don't dare any one of them 3 times, you know what they planning on their 40th birthday?
What?
To go back and see Dr. Mongalo. I don't know where they keep getting these bunch of $9,000 from.
Just let the government boost them up a little bit. Get them on year home, like, can't get them on year.
Their mommy, let me tell you, their mommy need to repent. The woman them who born in the 60s need to repent and go back to their daughter who born in the 80s, because she's on ready to dead. You know, you only promised 70 years. Yeah. And I hearing woman who 40 with no children tell me they got time. Time for what?
I don't know.
That's my point.
Don't go by the water award.
You almost old enough to be a Grammy. What time you have?
You know, when you go to this club and then the Grammy, I'm taking up with the young children. I'm talking.
All I'm saying to you is the women of the 60s did such a masterful job at convincing the women born in the 80s that paternity and poverty came as a package deal. And I know why they tell their daughters that. Because the men born in the 60s was building house to put you in and giving you car. And plenty of them didn't even go to work. So I know where they get the information that they give to their daughters.
They don't brainwash them, you see.
And they brainwash them into a state of almost sterileness.
That's my function.
Yeah. He got to give them more benefit. Your Grammy ain't had that much benefit. Your Grammy had to see him 5 weeks or 6 weeks off. Hey, caller. You there? Hey, caller.
Well, hi, how are you?
Good.
I was right up Armstrong, just listening to you, man, speak about the situation with the women of the 60s of the apologize. Apologize for what?
For brainwashing women into believing that they don't need to have children.
Let me tell you something. That's a bunch of foolishness. Mm-hmm. Okay? This is the real world. Mm-hmm. This is the real world. Mm-hmm. You know, kudos to you have some good men, and, you know, sanctified men, who, the ones who, you know, marry and have children. You have as many children as you like in that union, right? Mm-hmm. You have some good men who take care of their children. Okay? You just have to choose wisely. You see, we don't speak about the women who have these children, 1, 2, 3, 4 children. Sometimes when you're on the street, when you're on traveling about, you will see, sometimes you see the girl or the woman holding a baby. She has one on the right side holding on a gown there. The other one can barely walk, right? Mm-hmm. When you have these children, you know, it's easy to say, okay, stay home. They can stay home, collect just a couple of dollars, and then, you know, go back to work or whatever, and mind these children for 6 months or whatever. These children have to eat. These children have to be clothed. These children have to go to nursery. The government nursery cannot accommodate all of these children.
Sure.
That are being born into this country.
Sure.
If a young lady decides she wants to be practical, and she can take who she can take care of, because she cannot just say depend on the father to help her.
What you mean she can't depend on the father? No, I see that's the language right there that I find to be a little bit of. What you mean she have to make sure she could. This is the thing that I was talking about at the beginning of the show. You know, they like to cut the balls off the goat so that the goat don't be a goat. What you mean she can't depend on the father? Where let me tell you what I see. My son goes to a government school. You listening? I can't find nowhere to sit down when they have the father and son little sauce. I even ain't need no sauce. I ain't sure why I hear. I want to tell you. Hold on. I want to tell you. Hold on.
Kudos to the men who do step up.
But I'm trying to tell you that listen to what I'm saying to you. That they have sold us a spoiled bill of goods, and that there are more of us that are actively contributing. This has to be the most active contributing generation of men this planet has ever seen. When I go to PDA meetings, my son is in a government school, Mom. When I go to PDA meetings, you know who's the modest and most intentful person inside this room? The daddy. My son used to go to a school on the highway. And I used to watch a man in a trailer head block a lane of traffic to take his daughter to the Chicos Felices right there because he couldn't get the trailer head in the utility road. And what I'm saying to you is that they...
To him.
But he is not alone.
My son is one of them. Okay? Yes. You are one of them. But we still have... I'm here speaking for the women who do not have that support.
And I believe that the men you are talking about are a minor. Listen, do you know one of the things that agrees my spirit every time I have to do it? Mm-hmm. Picking up children from school. I'm 40 years old. If they had told, my daddy named Levin, if someone told Levin he had to go pick up children from school, I was still been in school. I was been 40 years old waiting on my daddy to come for me. And I have one of the best daddies in the world. I have never seen a generation of men, they doing school pickup. This just the first generation of man I ever hear you could leave children with the daddy. They couldn't. You think you could crack a joke? My granddaddy also named Levin. My grandmother wouldn't crack a joke that she was leaving no children with Levin. You all going crazy. Yeah, leave the children with who?
But I'm speaking on behalf of the women who did not have that experience.
And I'm telling you,
who are shy in having more than one.
But I'm saying to you that
they want those children to succeed. They want to take those children. They don't want to bring.
That is in my view. That is in my view. A part of what the women of the 60s need to apologize for.
No,
because I'm telling you, what I'm trying to tell you is, first of all, the men in the generation you talk about was building a house. I can't even afford to build a house. The men in the generation you talk about was giving women car. I mean, I could do that. But what I'm saying to you is, when we look at what exists today, right? The men in this generation are Pookie them who born in the baby them and you can't find Pookie them. You look at Pookie from he was 6. You could go ask Pookie, grade 2 teacher, she could have tell you Pookie wasn't leveling off from he was in grade 2. So when you had the baby for him at 18, you couldn't assume he would have been no differently.
Okay, one more thing before I go. I appreciate what you're saying, right? I just want to put this in there. If what you say is true, right? Why is it this country is in the state that it is in today? If we had all of these
I'm happy you asked me that.
I want you to answer.
I'm happy you asked me that. Let me tell you why.
I want to answer that for me, please.
I'm happy you answer that. Let me tell you why. We have created a system that excludes the daddy. When I took my eldest son to get his passport, I had my birth certificate, his birth certificate. I had the affidavit that the law firm charged me $250 because I was fooled. This is my first baby and I wanted to make sure I get a perfect affidavit. I had that in my possession. I had his mommy passport and her birth certificate, his Grammy passport and her birth certificate. I had the baby. You know what the people by the passport office tell me? That I deserve a plaque for being able to get all these things. But that I came here without the one crucial thing. You know what that thing was? The mummy. My son, hold on, you asked me a question, I'm answering you. My son has been hospitalized in the intensive care. While my son was in a state of trauma, I got the credit card I paying with, I got the baby passport, I have my passport, and I have the baby. Do you know what this team of medical experts keep asking me for? The baby mummy. This society has done a wonderful job at excavating daddies out of being useful or active. And I will say this to you, that I heard you talk about being able to provide this thing, that thing. There's not a single thing your child will need from you when you are a 25-year-old mother that he won't need from you when you are a 40-year-old mother. all you will be is a old mother. You still there?
And as far as with something like this, feel like you now, I nominate you for the leader of the men's STEM. We need a men's STEM
I want all the women 21 and over tonight to go home and test out your breeding skills.
No, I want you to step up and lead the charge for the men to step up and make for movement.
Mom.
To step up for your right for the laws to change so men can have just as much say or equal rights as women. Single mother.
I've been cursing these people out from my head breath. I don't just talk like this here.
And all men step up on behalf of their children.
Listen, I think that we have fair-mongered our way into a population crisis. I think men in this generation are more engaged than any other generation of Bahamian men this country has ever seen. And I think at some point we got to tell it as the truth. Anyway, that's the jingle. That means I owe the time. I owe the show. I say like I do every Friday. Do every single thing in your power to make sure you don't kill nobody, but more importantly, make sure nobody don't kill you. And I'll see you back here on Friday.
It was the Lord's will.